What's good, superstars? Back with another Veve video. You got Superstar Joe. You got Superstar Rob in the building. How's it going, Rob?
Pretty good. You?
Oh, man. I already miss my trades over on Disney Pinnacle, but we're going to be talking about some Veve here and what we think. If you haven't already, don't forget, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification. You know, whenever we go live, whenever we post, whenever anything Veve comes on the channel, you have that bell on. You're going to be the first one to know. You can also become a superstar VIP, $2.99 a month. Hit the join button under the video. Get one of these stars. Level up through the stars. Get to the super duper rare, where you get the most entries into the giveaways at the end of every single month. We do giveaways every month. Follow us on X. Follow us on Instagram. If you want to talk to us, slide in the DMs over there. But if you want to talk to the rest of Superstar Nation, 24 hours a day, join the Discord. Go to the Veve chat, go to any of the chats of any of the projects that we cover. You want to learn about another project without actively participating, that's a great way to do that as well. We're trying to bring all projects into one place where all people from different projects can share their experiences. So definitely join the Discord.
Yeah, and it's also how we run all our giveaways. So make sure you guys join the Discord. If you use any of our affiliate links, let us know in the Discord. We're going to sign you stars at the end of the month, and you might win some pretty cool prizes.
Yeah. So, I mean, yesterday we did a video about Disney Pinnacle, and it was a ton of fun. The trading that they came out with, they did it like a timed window. It started out as 2 hours. And just as an example, there was so much hype and excitement around the people who were participating that they extended the window an hour longer to allow for more trading. So it was really fun. I enjoyed it. It was free to do any trades with the existing pins that you do have, but it did leave some want in me for other projects moving forward. So let's pull up a little bit of the Twitter news here, and then we'll jump into that.
Okay, I mean, and just before you jump into that, I just want to just give huge credit to Disney Pinnacle, because Disney Pinnacle did an excellent job showing everybody that trading could be smooth. It was smooth. It was easy. It was free. So you were trading between each other with no cost, and people were completing sets. They were able to see the sets that or the collectibles that they didn't have. So they would know, if I'm trading to this other person, they need this, this, and this, and I have this on my collection that they don't have, and I can see on their collection what I need that they don't have, and it made things so much easier. So it was great.
Yeah, it was exactly like that. Some of the things they were bringing out, and they don't talk. Like Disney Pinnacle has like zero communication with the rest of the community, and but what they've produced, at least they're building it, right? Like they're building a product with like pretty much zero bugs, like doing things that we didn't expect it to do. Like there's zero expectation at some points. So when they do come out with things like the rotating star that nobody really was familiar with, that type of thing, it came out, everybody loved it. Now you've got this trading aspect. So whenever they do releases, I don't know if it's ever going to be a permanent feature, but if it is, it was smooth like butter, like you mentioned. So let's get into the Twitter news here. Guys, we have to talk about this because this is coming up real quick. This is like in 2 weeks, we're going to be doing a draw here. For a giveaway that we have partnered with the Gold Dragon Club. Shout out to Turtle Golf and Mike Cat for. You have a chance to win a 7-night stay at Disney's Old Key West Resort in Orlando, Florida at Walt Disney World. Check-in date, Friday, August 9th. Checkout date, Friday, August 16th. If you're going to participate with any of the ways to enter, which is 1 entry for 1,500 only burnt, 50 entries for somebody who did that first, that's already been completed. 10 entries if you own 1 Starboy, 20 entries if you own 1 Gold Dragon, and 40 entries if you own a Starboy and a Gold Dragon. You have to opt in. If you own it and you don't opt in, you're not getting any entries, first of all. So to enter with the Starboy, you have to let us know on our Discord that you're opting in the verified Starboy chat on our Discord. So we mentioned earlier, these are ways to enter our giveaways. Be in our Discord. If you want to enter holding your Gold Dragon, go over to Mike Cat4 on Twitter. Let him know. Make sure you're verified and you opt in for the Gold Dragon portion of the entry. We are going to cross-reference at the end of this, and whoever has both will get the extra additional entries. But I want you to understand, please do not enter if you cannot go on this trip. It's non-transferable. If you win the trip, it's the accommodations only, remember. You would have to find a way to fly there. You'd have to find a way to get there. And all other additional costs are your costs, but it's non-transferable. So if you win, it goes in your name. We don't want it to be wasted. We want somebody who wins to be able to go and participate. And the dates are very clear. Friday, August 9th to Friday, August 16th. So hopefully this goes to somebody who can really utilize it.
Yeah, definitely. We want someone who can actually go. I don't know, Joe, maybe it's a good idea that before signing off on the ticket, I don't know if you have to, when you buy it, if there's a cutoff date, do you have to buy it? If you could wait till a little bit later, just in case things change, but absolutely, if you win this, we want you to go. We want to reward NFT holders. We want to reward Gold Dragon Club holders. We want to reward Starboy holders. So we want somebody who's part of these communities to win and enjoy utility, because this is what makes NFTs great: the verification of ownership, and the ability to have real utility, such as a chance to win at a 7,000 night stay at Old Key West here in Florida. So, guys, just make sure don't. We want you guys to opt in, but don't opt in unless you know you're going to be able to do it.
There you go. Other things going on here. There is a charity auction. Part of that auction is the Ultimate Batman package. Shout out to Comics and Crypto for putting this on in honor of Veve Knight, who's dealing with some medical stuff. But basically, this one here, the highest bidder will receive a Todd McFarlane 1/8 scale PVC statue. So the blue statues they came out with. Batman Year 2, Todd McFarlane digital collectible on McFarlane Digital. Batwing digital collectible on McFarlane Digital. Bane Nightfall digital collectible on McFarlane Digital. $100 Apple gift card. So, I mean, this goes right in line with the title of our video, by the way, about how we need transfers back on Veve, because look at things that you're able to do just with this. Like, this is in honor of a good cause here, right? We're trying to do an auction here to give some things away. You don't got to go through the back channels to get this done. It's openly transferable when you have custody of the asset, and in McFarlane Digital, you do have that. So shout out to them, because they're making this be even possible, right?
Yeah, that's even us. Like, look at our channel. We do giveaways every month. We have to give away McFarlane stuff because it's actual self-custody, actual interoperability. So we're able to actually send it to people who win. So yeah, I think that this is exactly what we want to do in the Veve community. We want to do more giveaways. You want to be able to do more transfers, and that's why we're making today's video.
Yep. So that's that. Shout out to Dr. Strange doing a stacking or slacking on Fantastic Four 48, first appearance at Galactus and Silver Surfer. I know that Sleeping Comics is waiting for this one's big time Silver Surfer fan. So excited to see how this one goes. They did come back with a 10,000 edition run on this at $20. So could this be the first like Grail type comic that doesn't sell out? We'll have to wait and see. If Blackpink couldn't sell out, is this going to sell out? I'm actually wondering if it actually will.
I think it's unlikely. I mean, the comic side of Veve has been hugely successful, but I'm not sure it's going to have the market cap to hold that 10,000 times 20. Now, it wouldn't be the first time Veve sold out something like this. I just think that right now, the sentiment right now in the community, I think, is going to hurt the sales on this one, despite it being up there as one of the few, I would say, high-end comics that are left, because Veve's pretty much released almost all the good ones already. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, it just seems like everybody here kind of knows like the deal. You buy in the secondary market at this point because everything's usually less than the box. Why spend more when you don't have to? I think there are still people who love to gamble, take that secret rare type of gamble. Now it's going to be how many people and how many mints are they going to mint, and that'll tell you if it sells out. So I was very shocked to see them go back to that size mint run. But I mean, it's just what they've been doing for the Grail comic. So I mean, if they sell it out, I mean, like you said, the comics side of things has been pretty popular. It's been holding up a lot of the company in general, I think, over the last little bit with the Veve Comics release and all the modern day comics. So like you said, one of few remaining Grail type of previous older comics.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I mean, if you price it too low, people might say, okay, well, it would sell out because it's worth going for maybe 10 of them, because your odds of getting that secret rare as a group, the more you go for, even though it's the same time, it's the same chance every time. The way it works out, though, the more you go for and you string them together, you may have better odds eventually of hitting that secret rare. So people might start abusing stacking if you go too low. If you raise the price up like this, it kind of steers people away from that stacking approach, because they'll probably spend more than what this secret rare ends up being worth. So although for these Grails, they could be worth a lot. I don't know how much it is, the gold rate is these days, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, it could be, if this doesn't sell out, maybe it's a good video idea. We start to talk about some buyer exhaustion and try to come up with some ideas on how that could be reversed. But anyway, then the next couple tweets here are just about the Disney Pinnacle success from yesterday. Also, this is, I don't know if you saw this. This is ridiculous. Shout out to Steph for sharing this. But they did a drone show at Disney Springs in Orlando. If you are able to win that giveaway, you can go here. Disney Springs is like a free entry type of thing, and you can go and watch this. I think it's a new show. I don't know how often they're showing it, but 800 drones go up in the sky, and they start to show like video of different characters. Obviously, you can see Tinkerbell there. I'm not going to play it, but you can go check it out.
It was sick. Incredible. It was so cool. Yeah, it was so cool.
More on Flow and the Disney Pinnacle stuff, the trading. Everyone was having a good time. I know it brought back some people who maybe were not participating as often on Pinnacle. Very open about that, about prices and how people thought it was a little bit too expensive for some of the pin stuff there. But doing this allowed people to come back in and maybe trade some of the things that they bought that they didn't necessarily want at those higher prices. And it brought a little bit more interest back to the platform. So I think it was only positively received when it comes to that stuff. And
I think that community is actually community building, right? Like you meet people doing this, and the Discord chat's going crazy too. So I think it was just a win-win-win for everybody.
Yeah. So this is our video from yesterday. If you want to go check it out, it shows you how the Disney Pinnacle trading worked. We actually did some live offers on the video. Thanks to having the extended 1 hour window, we were able to do that while we were on live on our video. And then
and Joe, I want to specifically pull up old Adam Hollander, who basically is echoing exactly what we're saying. This is what people felt about the trading. Okay, the trade event for Disney Pinnacle was legit the most fun I've had trading NFTs in years. Felt so old school. Everyone in Discord proposing stuff. Tech worked great. When this goes public, it's going to be wildly successful.
Yeah. So I mean, he's got like 50,000 followers. I think he had a punk there as his PFP. So a lot of people in the actual NFT space also recognizing how important this is, because this is massive IP. You got the Disney IP, and we're seeing it being able to be traded hands free of charge. I mean, other than you having to own the stuff already. But it also, I saw some sentiment from actual pin collectors in our Discord, people who said, like, I haven't had this much fun since I've actually been at the parks trading physical pins. So I think they're kind of getting to the point where that's kind of what they want to see. That the whole point of pin trading physically is the interaction with the community, is the interaction of getting people together to talk about the product. And then that hype gets built because of those interactions. Like you see people collecting a set, it gives you inspiration to go collect a set, right? Like that type of thing, even if there's no utility sometimes. And we're big proponents of utility. And I think in combination with utility, this could be like something bigger than physical pin trading. But at the same time, this digital stuff is different than anything you could get physically. Some of them have like videos that pop up. Some of them have cool animations, 3D looks and stuff like that. So they're doing it right now. They're kind of building it out, and the trading is addicting. It's addicting. That we put that in the title of our thumbnail yesterday. It's addicting, and it was fun, and it was just, everybody was happy. It was something that everybody has been waiting for from this space with licensed IP, when they've been told that they couldn't do this because of licensed IP. So seeing it happen proves to us that it's possible. This is why we track more than one project now, because we want to see what is possible with that licensed IP on other platforms, because if it's possible there, it's possible here.
Right. We know self-custody of Disney collectibles are possible, right? We know that, interoperability, trading in different forms is all possible. So we got to take a step back here and say, well, what's going on the Veve side, and what are they missing? And I think that Veve really, really needs to reconsider what is the real reason why they don't have transfers, because it's something that existed. We remember those days. Veve was a different time back then. Veve didn't have KYC, they didn't have MCP, but yeah, they had it. And they got rid of it. So is it really that hard to bring it back? I don't know, Joe, if you want to read this first before we get into it fully.
Yeah, this is just like, I guess, again, just going over what we've just been talking about the whole video so far. But whichever platform implements trading and transfers will notice community growth. We were able to trade for only a few hours on Disney Pinnacle, and we met so many people and had so much fun. All projects should take notice. Trading, transfers will build community for your platform. It's only natural. Bravo, Disney Pinnacle, for a smooth and fun experience. So that's just our overall thoughts on yesterday. But Rob, no, you can continue talking about how you feel here. And I mean, we all know that transfers was a big deal and a big hit back in the day. Giveaways, all these things that were happening, and then Obviously, there was a lot of issues with movement of gems and all of these things that the anti-money laundering. This is all pre-KYC though, and there's lots of correspondence where we're told that whenever KYC is in place, then we'll get transfers back. And then there was other talks about when MCP is in place, then you get transfers back. Well, guess what? Both of those things are here in whatever capacity, and I don't see the point of why they cannot be brought back, because I feel like that would be great for the platform. And I'll talk a little bit more later about why I feel that you maybe shouldn't have that same concerns that you had before with the KYC in place.
Yeah, so with Veve, it's just like they're running out of excuses at this point, right? Like they said it was KYC was the problem because of anti-money laundering reasons, because there was the off-app gem market, which they completely allowed. It was literally right out of David Yu's mouth that this is permitted because they don't have cash out. You know, some people in the community hold us like they hold it against us for doing what he said is acceptable. The moment they said it wasn't acceptable, we stopped. To this day, some people hold it against us that we helped connect superstars with other. With that time it was Kobe as part of this off-app gem market. Now, in the end, all that stuff is now over, right? It's a different time period. KYC is here. They know everybody on the app. So what's the problem? Like, why can't we do transfers? What's the excuse now? What's the real reason now that we can't do transfers? Is it because of MCP? Is it because of KYC? No, it can't be those two. Maybe it's just straight up they don't have the resources. Or maybe the moment they do that, they're going to just blow up MCP. Maybe they just don't know how to allow transfers and properly calculate MCP at the same time. I don't know what the excuse is at this point, but I think Veve needs it. Veve, the sentiment in Veve is one of the worst I've seen in a long time. Well, I mean, we did plenty of videos in 2022 saying that all your collectibles are going to zero. We took a lot of heat for that, but it continues. The slide continues. Like, there's no end in sight to the slide of Veve collectibles in terms of valuation. People came to this app because they were investors at heart. And you see a few people on Twitter talking about, no, we're real collectors and not all this. Let's be real here. The majority of people on this app are investors at heart. They were here for the flip. Okay. Transfers was a way for people to at least bring in new people. It says, hey, friend, here's an app where I bought from the store. I was able to sell it right away for double the price. Let me send you a collectible so you can participate in this. Yeah. Or maybe it's just giveaways within the community. Imagine we were all doing giveaways right now. Imagine we could do giveaways of Veve collectibles right now. That'd be great. It'd be great for Veve that we could do giveaways to potentially people who are not part of the project. So it bring in potentially some new people. It was also fun, community building. You start meeting people on the app, start talking to them, having a chance in order to trade and find ways to interact. Maybe you'll give the feed more value. The feed basically people just go and they post photos, but if they could do transfers, maybe you could actually start hooking up with trades and stuff. Maybe this has to do with royalties. Maybe they don't like transfers because it's free, and they hate that. They want to make it so that it's not like that. Like, in the end, what is Veve trying to accomplish with like this anti-money laundering? Like, they have done everything that they need to do. Everywhere else they do that has KYC and all this or real crypto, it doesn't matter. Like, they've done their due diligence. Like, once you do KYC, your due diligence is over. Veve's done everything they can to prevent money laundering, and that's it. Let people transfer. Make the Veve app what it used to be. Make the Veve app great again. Okay.
Election year. All right. No, but you hit on a couple things there. The first thing being the KYC is in place. I mean, the KYC is in place. You know who everybody is. I mean, actually, there's a bank in Canada here we have called Wealthsimple. You can open an account, which is a bank. You can hold your money. You can invest in stock market, whatever. But they also have a crypto side, and there's other exchanges where you can go and buy crypto anywhere. I'm sure everywhere in the US, wherever people are buying, a lot of places, I think most places, you're KYCing so that if you were to buy a large sum of crypto and send it somewhere, they know who sent that money, and they can come back and trace it back to you. And that's the whole point of avoiding like laundering and all of that stuff. So the fact that you have all that KYC, you have pictures of people's faces, their IDs, you have all of that stuff. Like, what are you worried about at this point?
What are you worried about?
Well, there's very easy ways to flag these things, I think. And I think if you don't flag it, the community is going to flag some of these movements, because they're very, very intelligent people. If you haven't noticed already, they know when you moved all the collectibles from the Marvel wallet into another wallet the day after the Blackpink drop, And then people are all speculating now, oh, did they do that because they want people to think that there was more transfers happening when these bots come out and say how many movements happened after Blackpink? I think that's garbage. I think they were just doing some cleanup in the back end, but people are speculating that because they watch the blockchain. There's people who then they just sit there like this and they're looking at the blockchain. And then they come and then they let everybody know what's happening. So like, you're not getting anything by anybody at this point. Bring back the transfers. Understood. If I send a large sum of crypto from my wallet to somewhere, I'm paying a gas fee, I'm paying some kind of fee. And I think people here expect that there may be some kind of fee to do some kind of transfer, but not having the ability to do it makes people feel a little bit more gated than they should. I mean, they can sell something for less than they paid for, or they can send it to somebody else, and maybe they can figure out a way to feel like they've gotten their money's worth in that type of a trade. The other thing that sticks out to me, I remember Rob Stuff. Shout out to Rob Stuff. I don't know if he watches any VV content anymore, but I remember he was saying that he would go play poker and he would go to the table and he would be having a conversation with people at that table who didn't understand digital collecting, didn't understand NFTs, didn't understand any of that. And he would say, hey, let me send you a collectible. And he would send them a collectible. And then they would have to download the app to receive the collectible. Now you have a new user all of a sudden because Rob Stuff did it, right? Same time, I had a baby. Baby came in. I received 2 gifts from multiple users in the community just to say, hey, congratulations, here's a gift. Why are we limiting what we're doing here? I think even Rob, I might have given you a collectible for one of your birthdays or something back when as a gift. So it's something that I think is just like a really big missed opportunity, not having transfers and not having that movement around. And I think you're kind of handicapping your own app and the accessibility to the app by not doing this. Like, even leading up to the Blackpink drop, they could have been, if they had transfers open, there could have been people that their friends, they know they love Blackpink. The whole Veve fam, who is diehard Veve fam, like they love everything Veve, they do everything Veve, they buy everything Veve. These people didn't even know what Blackpink was 2 weeks ago, some of them, and they have the whole set right now. Okay, and these people could have had friends who are into Blackpink, but maybe not necessarily into digital collectibles, and they could have said, hey, download this app, I want to send you something. By the way, Blackpink's coming next week. And that would have been your marketing, and that would have been some real marketing because they would have been getting official references from their friends who they trust, rather than an ad put in their face and they're like, what the heck is this? I don't even know what this is. On to the next. Because clearly that's what 99% of the people who had impressions on the ads did, since a lot of these drops, I think none of them sold out except maybe that first ultra rare.
Here's the thing, Joel. Like I would tell Veve if I was able to speak to them, and I hope they watch, that you need to be communicating with the community on why there's no transfers. You have to communicate with them when transfers will come back. But then I realized they can't, because every time they've done that, they've shot themselves in the foot. They said that the reason why it's not here is because of KYC. And then we found out later that that was just not true. We asked, when every time they give timelines on things, it ends up being missed by years. So they basically are trapped. You get to a point where you're better off just saying nothing at all. I honestly think that's where we're at right now with Veve, is that they're scared. They're honestly scared to give timelines, and they're scared to give any guidance as to why. Because the moment it comes to fruition, it doesn't come true, and people will hold them accountable, obviously, right? I remember this is from the Medium article right here. Disabling collectible transfers temporary. It's supposed to be temporary. It's been years. It's been years. April 1st, 2022. And will remain in place till KYC has been fully implemented. I swear KYC was fully implemented. Like, I don't remember. Was it like early 2023? Was it like late 2022? I don't even remember now. It's been around for over a year, KYC.
And if the plans have changed, and the plans are we can't do KYC anymore, or we can't do it because of KYC, like this is where it comes to a point. Even if you made a promise and you can't deliver on that promise, Rob just said it there. Communicate it. Come out. Have a call. Have one call. Come out and say, listen, we said this. It's not happening. We said Veveverse end of 2023, phase 4, gamification, new lands, all this stuff. That is not going to happen. Just come out straight. Come out straight and tell the people, because now it just looks like you don't care. It looks like you don't care how you come off, even though those promises were made 2 years ago. Just because the time goes by and it's a long time ago and it's longer and longer time ago, it doesn't make a difference because you're not updating the community. Just because you said you're going to get an airdrop James Bond poster in a Medium article if you have this set, and then you just don't tell people why it never happened. Why does it take 18 minutes for a snapshot, or more than 18 minutes for a snapshot that's supposed to be at the exact time? You never came out and explained that to me. So that's why I'm going to keep reminding everybody how I didn't get that airdrop. and that could have been easily squashed. You come out, you say, listen, the mechanic didn't work. Here is one on the house. We'll figure it out. Do something like that. But I mean, you don't do that. We don't do that. We don't come and we don't say we were wrong. This is how we're going to do it. We talk in spaces and say, oh, those promises were a long time ago. It's not good enough. That's the trust that we always talk about. How you lose that trust, then it's gone. There's people funding this project. There's people talking negatively about this project. There's people who are just disappointed in this project, and they're vocal and they're very influential. Like way more followers than us on X, way more followers than us on YouTube, and they're very influential people because they were so invested. They enjoyed the space and they felt lied to. They felt misled. They felt cheated. Why not just own up to some of these comments that you made, some of these things that you've said, like this one right here from your own document, and say, listen, we said it's temporary, but actually it's not temporary anymore. It's permanent. Just come out, say it, squash it, and then move on.
Yeah, but people are craving fun on this app, and they're not having fun because the only thing that they had fun, because they're investors at heart, is they would buy collectibles and flip them and make money, right? So if you really are a collector's app and you want to, make collectors happy, you need transfers, right? Like if you think about it, if you're trying to replicate collecting in the physical world, and you shouldn't try to replicate it because you should try to be better than that because you're digital now, so you can actually be 10 times better. But you should at a minimum match what the physical world permits, and that would include transfers. If you are a collector in the physical world and you want to give somebody a collectible, you could do that. If you buy cryptocurrency, you want to be a Web3 company, and you want to give it away, you could do that. But for some reason, in the licensed IP world, and that's really changing now, big time, okay? Because we're not seeing that anymore. And this is where Veve's falling behind. There was prevention for this kind of free movement of collectibles. Well, guess what? It's 2024, and that's all starting to be removed. We saw it with Pinnacle. We've seen it with other projects now, where these barriers are being removed, and people are actually having real collecting experiences where they can trade, they have marketplaces, they have everything they need to be a true collector of these digital collectibles. Veve must bring back transfers because their rest of their competitors, they're all doing it. So how can Veve sit there and say, well, we're not going to do it? Everyone else is doing it. Why are we not doing it? They have to make the app fun. So when they say collectors at heart, they actually bring in real collectors, people who want to come in to collect these things and maybe make a trade. Look, why is offers not possible? Look, why can't you make offers? Like, these are all things that they've been talking about it for years. I just don't know if Veve has what it takes to actually execute and update the app to have that information. I don't know. I'm hesitant on that, Joe.
I guess like the whole thing about self-custody, obviously there's people who don't care about owning their token, which is totally cool. Like you don't own your token. They're like, for me, I've heard it a couple times. People say, well, I can buy and sell it. So it's cool, but you can't trade it. You can't move it to somebody. You can't gift it to somebody. If you gift it, you're going to get flagged. You're going to get an email sent to you saying, why are you selling that for such a low price? You can't do a giveaway with it. You can't do any of that. So ownership in that sense, I understand where you guys are coming from when you say, okay, I can buy and sell, but that's all you can do. You can only buy and sell, and you can only usually sell for less than you paid for it. There's no other ways to get even swap or something like that. Like people with mint numbers can't go looking for other things to make up for it. Like you can't go for a 2-for-1 trade. You can't do that type of deal because it doesn't exist, because you don't hold the keys and you can't do that, right? I understand the buy and sell thing of individual items, but that gets boring real quick, like you said. So people aren't having fun when it comes to that. Bring back
can't
trading,
do anything.
Bring back transfers. Bring trading in. I think that would be a fun thing too. I don't know if that will ever happen. It's probably like a really difficult mechanic. Obviously, we know Dapper's been in the game for a long time using really, really successful trading platform as like Evaluate, which is embedded into their platform at this point. The Flow ecosystem is an entirely different ballgame, like very, very structured and run thing. They got roadmaps all over that place. Every project got roadmaps, and it's something that you hope to see from these types of things. But give me the communication, just give us back the transfers, and then we start there. Joe, if it's not coming, let us know too.
Every project we follow now has a means to transfer at this point. I know, and now, albeit Disney Pinnacle has only temporarily done this for the first time for 3 hours, but we know it's coming all out. We know it's going to have a marketplace. Evaluate, which is the third-party platform that's allowing this because of the way the flow blockchain works. They can leverage other projects. They have marketplace potential as well. So we know all this stuff is coming, and pretty much just Veve is going to be left out. They have no discussion about the plans. Like Pinnacle, we can kind of guess by November it's all going to be working. Other projects we know even as early as June 1st. We see it with McFarlane. You're good to go. You want to trade, you can make it happen. It's purely interoperable. Flick play, you could do it no problem, right? You can make your trades no problem. It's because it's all in your actual MetaMask wallet, right? Pretty much every project has now actually given collectors a chance to transfer. Why would Veve be a collector's app, market themselves as a collector's app, and not give them the most basic function of transfers, which already existed? Make it great again. Veve was great when you had transfers. We had the ability to do giveaways. We had Parology giving away Todds. They were like 10K at the time. He was coming. We were doing giveaways like crazy, Veve collectible giveaways, because we could transfer them to people. We would do giveaways to this day of Veve collectibles if you just allowed transfers. Why are you not allowing transfers? And that is what you call engagement. At least there's a way for the community to have some fun with the app, because they can actually do their own community-driven utility. Gold Dragon Club doing it with the giveaways. We can do it with the collectibles as well. So I think you would open up a definitely great, I guess, community building if they bring transfers back. And I think it's a small move on their part. I know the functionality already existed before. I doubt it's that hard to make it come back. And if it is hard to make it come back, maybe just communicate to the public here. Why is it hard to come back? And if they can ever expect it to come. The problem is their word, the trust of their word has kind of disintegrated now, because even if they tell you, okay, it's to come at the end of the year, let's be real here, Joe, nobody's going to actually listen, right? So anyways, guys, let us know your thoughts below. Do you think Veve should bring back transfers immediately? Do you agree with us that it will actually potentially bring in new users? Do you believe that this will bring fun back into the app? Let us know in the comments below if you guys think that Veve should bring back new users. And also, if you haven't already, don't forget, become a superstar, smash subscribe button, join the super fam, hit the notification button to get every single video every single day. Also, do superstar VIPs, $200 a month, star beside your name, ask for spreadsheets, giveaways, guys. Thank you so much. Take care. We'll see you next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.